What's up, soul family and everyone out there in the world? This is Morpheus and this is going to be a flight astro reading for the week of September 27th through the 3rd of October. Now, with that being said, we start this reading off by like we always do, with the moon transits. So the moon will start this week off in Gemini. So we will be reacting and responding, as that's what the moon represents, towards Gemini energies, which is being mutable and adaptable to our own and other people's ways of thinking and communicating. And the moon will transit Cancer on the 28th, which will have us react and respond to initiating, creating new ways of feeling the emotions. And the moon will transit Leo on the 1st, which will then have us react and respond to being fixated on our own ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And then to end the week off, the moon will transit Virgo, which will have us reacting and responding to being mutable and adaptable to our own and other people's ways of thinking and thinking and being practical. Now, with that being said, Mercury has started its retrograde, so that's a big transit that we're going through right now. So we are thinking of past ways of how we related to others in the past, and past people that we related to may pop up in order for us to see in order for the universe to see if we have learned our lesson or not, according to the area of life you have Libra in. So, with that being said, happy flight day to all the Libras out there. I'm going to repeat that when I get to Libra, but for now, if you're watching Libra, happy flight day to you. And then let's get on with the reading. So I'm going to do Aries through Pisces, starting off with Aries. So Aries will start off at 2:30. So 2:30 is Aries. So Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Let's see what energies you got going on for you for the week of September 27th through the 3rd of October. So your first card, Aries, is the 6 of Hearts. So 6 means paying attention to, and the Hearts is an opportunity. So you're paying attention to an opportunity during this week of September 27th to October 3rd. Alright? So that's a really good way to start it. And you're paying attention to opportunities at this time. Now, I don't know if these opportunities are positive or negative. We'll have to see what's going on with that when we pour out the Morpheus and the Trinity. But right now we're pouring out the Morpheus. So the Morpheus is the 5 of Clubs. So you're emotionally connected to a learning process. So you're paying attention to opportunities. You're emotionally connected to a learning process. Now, let's see what your Trinity is to end the reading off, and then calculate the cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So, your Trinity is the 9 of Clubs, so you're ascending into a learning process. So, you're paying attention to opportunities. Then it's got you emotionally connected to a learning process, which also has you ascending 9 into a learning process. Now let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 9 plus 5 is 14, plus the 6 is 20, 0 is just more space, so 2, so you could be dealing with the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, not Mercury, but Venus. Or you need to utilize the Taurus energy to rectify this, which means to focus on your stability and where you plant seeds at. So, with that being said, moving on to Taurus, which will be at 5. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. See what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through the 3rd. Alright, Taurus. Sorry about that. There was a cut, but we're on Taurus, like I said. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. See what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. So your Neo is the Three of Hearts. So the Three of Hearts is something in your surroundings, right? The Three of Hearts, something in your surroundings is an opportunity. So you have an opportunity in your surroundings towards Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. Moving on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is the Nine of Hearts. Excuse me. So you're ascending into an opportunity. So something in your surroundings is an opportunity, and you're ascending into said opportunity as well. So that's really good to see. Let's see what your Trinity is though. See if we can keep on having light into your reading. And your Trinity is the Six of Diamonds. So you're paying attention to a gift during this time. So in your surroundings is an opportunity. You're ascending into opportunities, and you're paying attention to a gift at this time. Alright? So with that being said, let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 9 plus 3 is 12, plus the 6 is 18, 8 plus 1 is 9, so you're dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, or you could or you need to use the Sagittarius energy itself to rectify this or keep this going, which is to travel either externally or internally. Externally meaning travel from a place to place, or internally meaning move your thoughts or feelings to a different internal location. So with that being said, I'll be Taurus, and let's move on to Gemini, which will be at 245, which there's going to be a cut, so I'm just going to say the numbers. Let's see. So no. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. So your Neo is the Jack of Hearts. So you've hit the jackpot of an opportunity during this time. Alright, so jackpot of opportunities. So you got a lot of opportunities in your life at the current moment. Now let's move on to your Morpheus. And your Morpheus is the Eight of Spades. So the Eight of Spades is you spending a whole lot of time into opposition. So you've hit the jackpot of opportunities, but you're spending a whole lot of time in opposition. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. So let's see what your Trinity is, and then we'll calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So your Trinity is the Jack of Clubs. So you've hit the jackpot of a learning process. Alright, so you've hit the jackpot of opportunities. You're spending a whole lot of time in opposition or opposite energies towards you, and you've hit the jackpot of a learning process from spending time in these opposition. And this very well could be correlated that you need to learn whatever you hit the jackpot of a learning process in, so that you can implement these opportunities into your life during this time. Now, let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So, the 10s from the jacks are 20, and 28 from the 8, and at the both ones from both jacks, so that's 30. 0 is just more space, so you're dealing with a Gemini. You could be your own worst enemy at this time, right? Because this is Gemini. So you could be your own worst enemy at this time, or you're dealing with a fellow Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the Gemini energy to rectify this, which means to communicate in a mutable way, right? Adapt yourself to the situation and communicate about it, right? Or you may be your own worst enemy, or dealing with a fellow Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Now moving on to Cancer, which will be at 550. So Cancer's Sun, Moon, Risings. Let's see what we got going on for the September 27th through October 3rd. So your Neo is the 5 of clubs, so you are emotionally connected to a learning process. So you're emotionally connected to a learning process at this time, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Risings. Let's see what your Morpheus is. And your Morpheus is the 8 of Hearts. So you're spending a whole lot of time into opportunities. So you're emotionally connected to a learning process. You spend a whole lot of time into opportunities for you, which that's really good to see, by the way. Now let's move on to your Trinity. Your Trinity is the big Joker. So somebody else is having a internal epiphany, right? It's not the little Joker or the black Joker, which means that it would be the internal, you having the internal epiphany. This is somebody outside of you having the internal epiphany. So you're emotionally connected to a learning process. You are spending a whole lot of time into opposition, and somebody outside of you is having an internal epiphany. So, let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So, Jokers is just no space. 8 plus 5 is 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. So, you could be your own worst enemy at this time as well, just like Gemini. So, or you're dealing with a fellow Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you need to utilize the Cancer energy to rectify this, which means to put more care towards whatever these opportunities are. Now very well could be what you're emotionally connected to, as far as this learning process, is to add emotions towards these opportunities. But when you do that, somebody else is going to have an internal epiphany when doing so. Or you could be just dealing with your self, being your own worst enemy, or dealing with a fellow Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, let's move on to Leo. So, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Let's see what you guys got going on for the September 27th through October 4th. So, Leo, you get the 7 of Hearts. So you're getting privy to some information. That's an opportunity. Now, I don't know if this opportunity is good or bad. So, we'll have to see that with the Morpheus and the Trinity coming up, but you're getting privy to some information that is an opportunity for you during this time. Now, your Morpheus is the 7 of Diamonds, so you're getting privy to some information that's a gift. So not only are you getting privy to some information that's an opportunity, you're getting privy to some information that's a gift. So this opportunity is good. So this is really good to see. Right? So you got a lot of information that you're being privy to, both being opportunities and a gift. Now, let's move on to your Trinity. See how this reading ends. We will calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So, the Trinity is the Ace of Hearts. So, you, Ace, are an opportunity. Alright? So, you're getting privy to some information that's an opportunity, as well as getting privy to some information that's a gift. And then you are the opportunity during this time. So, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. Alright, so 7 plus 7 is 14, plus the Ace is 15. So, and then 5 plus 1 is 6, so you could be dealing with the Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury, or you need to utilize the Virgo energy to rectify this, or keep this going, which means to put things on schedule and routine and day-to-day patterns, and focus on your work and health, or you're just straight up dealing with Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury. Now, let's move on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury, which will be at 11:15. So, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. So, your first card is, being the Neo, is the Ace of Hearts. So you are an opportunity. Ace, you are an opportunity during this time. Now, let's move on to your Morpheus. See what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through the 3rd with your Morpheus. And that is and with your Morpheus is the Jack of Clubs. So you've hit the jackpot of a learning process. So you are an opportunity, and you've hit the jackpot of a learning process during this week. Now, let's see what your not your Trinity, but that was your Morpheus, excuse me. Now let's see what your Trinity is. Your Trinity is the Two of Diamonds. So somebody else is a gift, alright? So you are an opportunity. You've hit the jackpot of a learning process, and somebody else is a gift. Now let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this by calculating these cards via numbers, or who you're dealing with in general. So Jack is 11, plus the Ace is 12, plus the 2 is 14. 4 plus 1 is 5, so you can deal with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you need to utilize the Leo energy to rectify this, which means to express yourself and express how you feel. Alright? So you're just straight up dealing with the Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, let's move on to Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. And Libra will be at 1340. So, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. Starting off with your Neo. And you get the Two of Diamonds. So, somebody else, too, is a gift, alright? So somebody else is a gift during this time, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. So, let's move on to your Morpheus, see what additional information we got. And your Morpheus is the Ace of Hearts. So you are an opportunity. So somebody else is a gift, and you are an opportunity. So this is pretty much a power couple right here. Putting that out there in whatever which way, form, shape that applies to you. It could be a work partner, it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, be family, whatever the case may be. You an opportunity and somebody else is a gift. So let's see where your Trinity is. Wrap this reading up. Then calculate the cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this or who you're dealing with in general. So you get the 10 of clubs. So you're descending from a learning process. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. You're descending from a learning process. So somebody else is a gift. You are an opportunity, which then has you descending from a learning process. Alright? So let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general, by calculating these cards via numbers. So 10 plus Ace. Ace is just 1, so that's 11, plus the 2 is 13. 3 plus 1 is 4, so you can deal with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you need to utilize the Cancer energy to rectify this, which means to put more chaos and emotion behind whatever it is that you're doing. Possibly with this other person that's a gift, put more emotion and chaos behind it, or you're just straight up dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, let's move on to Scorpio, which would be at 16, 30. So, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. Alright, let's see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. So, see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 4th, like I said, starting off with your Neo. And your Neo is the Jack of Hearts. So, you've hit the jackpot of an opportunity this week. So, a couple of signs have gotten that as well. Don't really remember which ones. But as far as you are concerned, you've hit the jackpot of opportunities. Now, let's see what your Morpheus is. And your Morpheus is the King of Hearts. So you're giving your grand support to an opportunity. So the opportunity that you've hit the jackpot in, you very well may be giving that grand support to said opportunity, since they're both opportunities. Alright? So, not 100%, but about 95%, that's what those two correlate with each other. Now, let's move on to the Trinity. That was your Morpheus. And then we'll calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So, your Trinity is the 8 of Hearts, so you're spending a whole lot of time into opportunities. So you've got opportunities across the board. So you've hit the jackpot of opportunities, you're giving grand support to said opportunities, and you are spending a whole lot of time in opportunities during this time. So, let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or keep this going, or who you're dealing with in general. So take the 10s from both the Jack and the King. So that's 20, plus the 3 from the King is 23, plus the 1 from the Jack is 24, plus the 8 is 24. 32, 3 plus 2 is 5, so you could deal with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or you need to utilize the Leo energy to rectify this, which means to express how you feel. Alright, don't hold back and express how you feel about these opportunities that you've given your grand support in, spend a whole lot of time in hitting the jackpot in as well. Not in that order, but pretty much the order doesn't really matter because there are opportunities at the same time. So you've hit the jackpot of opportunities, giving you guys support to opportunities, and spend a whole lot of time in opportunities. So once again, use that Leo energy and express yourself, or you'll just deal with a Leo sun, moon, or rising at this time. Now, moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we have 2010. So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. Let's see what you guys got going on for September 27th through October 3rd. For this week of September 27th through October 3rd. So, pour out your Neo. Your Neo is the Three of Diamonds. So, something in your surroundings is a gift. Be a person, place, or thing. So, something in your surroundings is a gift for you. Let's move on to your Morpheus. And your Morpheus is the Six of Hearts, so you're paying attention to an opportunity. So something in your surroundings, be a person, place, or thing, is a gift, and you're paying attention to an opportunity. Now let's see what your Trinity is to end this reading off, and then we'll calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So, your Trinity is the Two of Hearts, so somebody else is an opportunity during this time. So something in your surroundings, be a person, place, or thing. That means for all this person, place, or thing, something in your surroundings is an opportunity. You're paying attention, not an opportunity, but a gift. You're paying attention to opportunities, and somebody else is an opportunity. Now, let's see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with via numbers, by calculating these cards, like I said, via numbers, and then, or who you're dealing with in general. So, 6 plus 3 is 9, plus the 2 is 11, so it went straight to 11, so you're dealing with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or you need to utilize the Aquarius energy in order to rectify this, which means to be about your associates, associate yourself with others. This other person very well could be an associate, and focus on how you are seen in the public arena. Now, moving on to Capricorn. So Capricorn is 23. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. So let's see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. Starting off with your Neo is the Four of Clubs. So you're thinking about a learning process. So whatever is on your mind, you're learning from this, or this is something that you're learning, and you're thinking about learning something. 4 is your thoughts. What's on your mind is a learning process. So you're learning right now. Now let's move on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is the Jack of Spades. So you've hit the jackpot of opposition. So you're thinking about whatever's on your mind, you're learning from. But you've hit the jackpot of opposition. Now let's pour out your Trinity. Let's see how this reading ends, and then we'll calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So, your Trinity is the Two of Diamonds. So somebody else is a gift. So you're thinking about a learning process or something that's whatever's on your mind, you're learning from it. You've hit the jackpot of opposition, or somebody else is a gift. So let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So Jack is 11, plus the 2 is 13, plus the 4 is 17, and 7 plus 1 is 8. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you need to utilize the Scorpio energy to rectify this, which means to don't show everybody your hands, keep things behind closed doors, and including focusing on occult or mysticism during this time, or you're just dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. Now, let's move on to Aquarius. So 2530. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Saturn. Let's see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. So your Neo is the Queen of Spades. So you're receiving grant support from opposition. So whatever you're receiving grant support from is opposite towards you. Now let's move on to your Morpheus. Your Morpheus is the 5 of Hearts. So you're emotionally connected to an a opportunity. So you're receiving grant support from opposition, and you're emotionally connected to an opportunity at this time during the week of September 27th through October 3rd. Now, let's see what your Trinity is. It's like Queen of Spades wasn't really the good start, but that 5 of Hearts is. Makes the reading a little bit better. Now let's pour out your Trinity. And your Trinity is the 10 of Spades. So you're descending from opposition. So you started off the reading receiving grant support from opposition, but then you are emotionally connected to an opportunity, which whatever it is that you do this week is descending you from opposition this week. So let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So 10 plus 5 is 15. The 10 for the Queen is 25. Plus the 2 for the Queen is 27. 7 plus 2 is 9. So you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter, where you need to utilize the Sagittarius energy to rectify this, which means to travel either externally or travel internally, aka move your thoughts or feelings to a different exoteric or internal location, or you're just straight up doing the Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter. So let's move on to the last sign, but definitely not least, Pisces, which will be at 28:10. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter. So let's see what you guys got going on for the week of September 27th through October 3rd. Starting off with your Neo, and you get the King of Hearts. So you're giving grant support to opportunities at this time. Alright, so Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Jupiter, you're giving grant support to an opportunity, like I said. Now let's move on to the Morpheus. And your Morpheus is the Queen of Hearts, so you're receiving grant support from opportunities. So you're giving grant support to an opportunity, and you're receiving grant support from opportunities as well. Now let's see what your Trinity is. Then wrap this reading up and then calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you are dealing with in general. So your trinity is the Four of Clubs. So whatever is on your mind, for you're learning from. So you're learning from whatever is on your mind at this moment or during this week. So you're giving your grand support to opportunities, as well as receiving grand support from opportunities. For whatever is on your mind has got you learning. Alright? So let's calculate these cards via numbers to see what energies you need to use to rectify this, or who you're dealing with in general. So take the 10s from the king and queen, that's 20, plus the 4 is 24, plus the 2 from the queen is 26, plus the 3 from the king is 29, which is 9 plus 2 is 11, 1 plus 1, since it didn't go straight to 11, it's you add them again together again, so 1 plus 1 is 2. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or you need to utilize the Taurus energy to rectify this, or you're dealing with an underlying Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn, or you need to use the underlying Aquarius energy, which means to, for the Taurus part, focus on where you're planting seeds and your values, or for the Aquarius part, focus on how you're seen in the public arena, and as well as your associates at this time. So, or you're just straight up dealing with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Saturn. So, with that being said, that'll be all for this flight astro reading for September 27th through October 3rd. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to Soul Fam. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. Thank you, Dolo, for implementing this reading once again. Y'all be blessed. Remember that you'll never be less. Y'all stay safe. Y'all take care. And